So, how y'all doing today? Hey, there seems to be some concern about the new Walmart Spark terms of service agreements. So, I'm going to go over the first section that I feel is the most important. So, stick around. I'm going to pop it up right here and y'all can read along. So, let's check it out. Walmart does not provide delivery services or permissive services. Independent contractors offer services through use of the Spark app. Walmart offers information and a method for independent contractors to identify business opportunities through the Spark app, but does not intend to provide services and has no responsibility or liability for any independent contractor that uses the Spark app. So what does that mean? That means we're independent contractors and Walmart provides an app that provides us information on available deliveries, jobs. We're independent contractors. It says so right there. Now, here we go. Let's keep going. Use of the Spark app. Provision of services. You may only use this Spark app in connection with the service offered in Walmart's sole discretion through the Spark app. You will not use or access the Spark app for any other unauthorized purpose. You acknowledge that there may be other terms governing this provision of services that are in addition to the terms of use. You are not authorized to subcontract services to others as the vetted Spark app accounts holder, and you are the only person authorized to provide a service through the Spark app account, whether the service includes driving, shopping, customer interaction, or other tasks. Service level standards. You agree to perform the service in a professional, safe, and workmanlike manner in compliance with the standard industry practices and following specific service level standards applicable to each service and individual service offers posted on the Spark app or type of service offer posted on the Spark app may contain specific instructions on reference specific instructions housed elsewhere, each of which became a service level standard under these terms of use when you accept the delivery service or permissive service offer. Walmart may terminate this contract and revoke your ability to use the Spark app if you fail to meet service level standards. You agree to meet the service level standards, including the following: on-time arrival. You agree to arrive at the designated pickup location no later than the designated pickup time, or within 15 minutes from the time a delivery offer you selected is designated to you. The ratio of your on-time arrival to total arrivals will be available to you in the My Metrics tab of the Spark app. You agree to maintain the minimum percentage noted in the metrics. My thing is, what does that really mean? You know, there's been some talk about this airplane mode, and I watched another channel, and he explained it really well, and he was talking about people using airplane mode. Say you get an order at 1:15, and you can't pick up that order technically until 1:45. Now, that customer, as stated, they have picked the time slot between 2 and 3. Now, if you get that order at 1:15, you dilly-dally around for 5 or 10 minutes, say it's 1:25, and you say, I'm tired of waiting, and you hit that airplane mode, and you get that order, and you go pick it up, and you get that order to the customer, say by 1:45, 1:50, that's several minutes before they requested that they wanted that order delivered. Now, say they're not home and they get home at 2 o'clock and they have frozen food. And that's why they picked that time slot, is so that food would be there after they got home, not before. Because if you get it there to their house, drop off some frozen food, and it's 100 degrees outside, that frozen food's going to be thawed out in that 10 minutes. Not to mention the meat could ruin, you know. So, nowhere in these terms of service, and I'll just say it right here, nowhere have I seen anything about you can't use the airplane mode. So whether you use it or not, that's up to you. But you're agreeing to make that designated time. You have to abide by what the customer has requested. And if you take that, if you switch over to airplane mode and you take that order and get it delivered quicker, then you get to go back and get another order. But in the meantime, that customer's food's sitting out on the front porch because they ain't even home yet. So use a little common sense on that one. That's all I'm going to say on the airplane mode, because I have found nowhere that says you can't use it. But you better think about it, because you're an independent contractor and you make an agreement to follow specific guidelines. We'll get to that one in a minute. Number 2, reliability. You agree to perform the service offers you select. The ratio of the service offers that you accept and perform to those that you accept and do not perform, drop order rate, will be available to you in the My Metrics tab in the Spark app, and you agree to maintain the minimum percentage noted here. All right, customer service. You agree to conduct your interactions with receiving parties and other individuals you engage with during the course of providing services or otherwise participating in the Spark app program in a professional manner, performing services with a reasonable standard of care to maintain the customer satisfaction with your provision of services, and that you may receive customer ratings based on those interactions. You agree you will not make rude comments or use profanity, ask for tips, or request receiving party contact information, advertise a business or service unrelated to the delivery service or permissive services you are providing, make unsolicited or political or religious comments or complain about Spark or receiving parties' orders. Customers' ratings will be available to you in the My Matrix tab of the Spark app, and you must maintain a minimum percentage noted in the... You need to be professional. Act professional. Treat customers with integrity, and they're the ones that's paying for it. They are your customers because you are an independent contractor. You're not a Walmart employee. They are your customers. Without them, you ain't going to have a job. Whether you're doing Spark, DoorDash, Uber Eats, or whatever, without that customer, you don't have that job. Simple. Be nice. Do what you're supposed to do. Number 4, vehicle standards. Vehicles used to provide a service must be clean, smoke-free, have a capacity to hold the selected delivery offer orders, and have the capacity to keep delivery offer orders contained, separate from each other and free from contamination by pets, pet hair, smoke, or other contaminants. So what does that mean? You can't smoke in your car, and you can't haul your dogs and cats around. Simple. That's the terms of service, not mine. Number 5, delivery handoff. Some delivery services require that you hand the order off to the receiving party at their doorstep unless it is a non-contact delivery. If the receiving party does not answer the door, you agree to attempt to contact the receiving party through the Spark app before returning the order to the pickup location. If performing any delivery service offer requiring an unattended delivery, like a leave at your doorstep, you agree to ring the doorbell. You agree to ring the receiving party's doorbell or knock on the door to notify the receiving party that the delivery has arrived, unless otherwise instructed by this receiving party. Whether providing a delivery service or a return of service, you agree not to enter the customer's home. Simply put, when you drop the order off, knock on the door, ring the doorbell, let them know that it's there. You don't have to wait for them to answer the door. And what I do is, after I get the car unloaded, get everything up there, take my picture, ring the doorbell, and then I send them a note. You hit complete, and you can add a note. We all know that. If you're doing Walmart Spark, you know that. But you need to notify them that you're finished unloading their order and you're leaving. And you can do that simply by knocking on the door or ringing the doorbell. Unless they put, do not ring the doorbell, because the dogs will go crazy. That's what I see a lot of. Anyway, number 6. Customer delivery instructions and preferences. You agree to the following: the receiving party's delivery instructions or preferences as indicated in the Spark app, as long as their instructions are reasonable, safe, and do not conflict with applicable laws, service level standards, or terms of service of use. This means you follow their instructions. That's plain and simple. On-time delivery. Delivery services must be completed to the address associated with a particular delivery service offer within the delivery time frame noted in the delivery service. In other words, if it says it's supposed to be there by 2 o'clock, have it there at 2 o'clock. Plain and simple. Something comes up, you might let them know if you're running behind or something. You might send them a quick note. Number 8, delivery completion. You must complete a delivery service once selected and picked up. If you select a delivery service offer and then fail to travel to the store for pickup, then your delivery service offer may be revoked and offered to others. If you accept an order, fulfill your agreement to take care of that order. Don't drop the order. That's where some things happen though. So sometimes you have to drop that order. But don't show up. Passengers. Now this is one that some people, I think, have misunderstood a little bit maybe. And let's read it. Passengers, you agree you will not accept a rideshare passenger while services are being performed. In other words, don't be doing rideshare while you're doing Walmart Spark deliveries. Simple. You agree that during the performance of services, you will not have as passengers a young child or children who should not be left unattended in the vehicle. Passengers are prohibited from assisting with the services. You are responsible for ensuring that any passengers you choose to bring with you do not disrupt your performance of the service. Walmart may deactivate your Spark app account if your passengers create disruptions or engage in illegal activity while you are using the Spark app or performing services. So, if you have a baby, a toddler, no, you can't have them with you. Because you can't leave that child unattended in that car. Now, if you got a 6, 7, 8-year-old, whatever, and you know a lot of that's going to depend on the child herself. Maybe a 4-year-old can sit in the car by themselves for 45 seconds. You know, never leave a child unattended in the car. We all know that. But use a little common sense. If it's a baby, then maybe you shouldn't leave them in that car for 30 to 40 seconds or a minute. But if they're 6 or 7 years old, you might make sure that they're not going to put the car in gear and take off and leave you standing there. But it does not say anything about you cannot have passengers, providing they don't interfere with you doing your job. So if you want to take your spouse or significant other or whatever along with you, you can. It says so. As long as it doesn't interfere with you performing your job. And now you're not supposed to have them get out and help you, because that's, what did that say? Passengers are prohibited from assisting with the services. In other words, they're not supposed to get out and help you unload those cases of water. Business disruption. You agree you will not engage in any activity that results in a disruption of Walmart's operations or other operations of other businesses associated with the service. In other words, if you're doing, the way I'm interpreting this, if you're doing a Walmart Spark order and you're actively on that order, don't take a Uber or a DoorDash order and go pick that up along your way to drop off. Get the Spark order taken care of. That's my interpretation of that. I may be wrong. You may have your own interpretation. You may have your own interpretation of all of this. It's there. So read it. See what you think. Shopping services. You agree to follow the in-app guidelines for shopping and delivery services, including steps necessary to pass checkout audits. More information on the shopping and delivery centers can be found at rappersforspark.walmart.com. So that's simple enough. Just follow the rules. Don't try to slip nothing in there of your own. Now, there's a lot more terms of service, but I just wanted to cover those right now. And in the next video, I'm going to cover some more things that I feel are important. And all of this terms of services or terms of use, however you want to word that, that's all important. But sometimes it's good to hear it and hear somebody's thoughts on it, and share your thoughts. Like I said, I'm going to have a part 2 of this coming up. So be watching for that video if this is anything of interest to you. In the meantime, y'all keep smiling, dashing, dancing, prancing, doing whatever it is you want to do. Just keep doing something, because you're going to grow old if you don't. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.